as we go up, we're just coming up to the road that some of you might have come in on. Say it is an active road, so there are park staff here watching out for us, but it is your responsibility to ensure that you're safe crossing. And we're going to go across and then take the first trail on the right. that's good. Then, if you were just gently touching the brake coming down, that's still okay. Hill descent will actually do the same thing, and we're going to experience that in a little bit, and that will keep your speed even lower. I assume you did not have your foot on the gas pedal.
That's correct.
Alright, this is the power line, a series of ups and down hills. So we're going to practice. The first hill will go down and we will use engine braking again. So put it into the lowest gear, make sure that you take it out of drive, and we have it locked in the low gear if it's automatic. Those of us with manual, we will just put it in first gear and then let the vehicle ease its way down the slope. I'm going so slow that I'm actually having to give it gas. I'm straddling a little bit of the obstacles, keeping to the left-hand side and going over some of the loose rock, because I don't want to go too far to the right because there's a drop-off. So given in the JL Rubicon, try it in first gear, low box, feet off the pedals, and see how that drives down.
Yeah, we're in first right now, and it's completely engine braking, no foot on the brake or anything.
Good. And that looks to be a nice, steady speed. You could probably go a little bit faster if you wanted, but I just want you to get the feel of what the engine braking does. We've got Paul in the exterior coming down, nice and steady. That looks good. I'm making sure that I'm getting the group over the top of the hill because we don't want anybody stopped on the uphill part of the hill.
The vertical descent is something else.
Did you like that?
Yes.
It's good because we got another, or at least two more steep downhills coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we take off the brake going downhill, we just coast fast towards you.
And that, you're in the JL?
JK behind you.
Let me just stop here. Who's in drive?
Yeah, we're in drive, manually shifting to 1, and we can see the 1, traction control off and 4-wheel low.
Put it on the passenger side, driver's side. Or if you're too wide, put your driver's tires up on those rocks. straight up over the top. That you just caught the sidewall of the tires on that rock. JL looks to be nicely inching down. Very good. In the JKU, was that a lot better and with hill descent?
Yes, thank you.
So now you found the technique that you need to use for hill going down hills. Just use the hill descent button. But you also know how to do it in manual mode if your hill descent for whatever reason doesn't work. So I was not on the brake, the clutch, or the gas coming down that hill, just using engine braking. Watch for the rocks as you come down. Make sure you try and place the tires on top of the rocks. Protect the sidewalls of the tires.
Peter, I think the Grand Cherokee driver had a question about engaging the descent control.
Okay. Brian, did you have a question?
Yeah, I'm in manual mode, first gear. Where is the control to actually engage it?
If you look down to the cup holders, and you've got two buttons. I think the rearmost button that's closest to you is the two-speed gearbox, and then the button in front of it